It's been a week since OG Chapter 1 Season 1 has been released, giving me time to find the best controller settings.
Let's go!
And whether you're an OG or a new player to this game, these settings should work great for you. And with these settings, they also work in all modes, not just OG. They work in Chapter 6 perfectly fine and in Ranked as well. I will show the best linear and exponential settings as well as every new setting that's been added. So if you're looking to get wins in OG Fortnite, you found the right video.
These settings are too good.
Fortnite OG is here, and after playing it for a while, I've found some insane settings to hit all your shots. And I'm certain that they should work for you too. So let's get right into them. Yeah, so starting in the display tab, I play on windowed full screen just because I use a custom crosshair sometimes. My resolution being 1920 by 1080 with VSync off. My frame rate limit, I put it to unlimited so I could get the max amount of FPS that my PC could get. For rendering mode, I play on DX12, but usually I play on performance mode because it gives me much more FPS. Just for the sake of this video and higher graphics, I'm on DX12 right now. My brightness is 125. I've kept it the same as the last video on Tritanope 9. Motion blur, make sure you have this off for input delay on controller. And then all the rest of the settings you could just copy, but my view distance I keep on medium, but everything else is low. And then for NVIDIA Reflex low latency, keep this on plus boost. Now into the audio tab, and you might have a different headset than me, so you could copy whatever you want here or change some things up. This is just my personal preference, how I have it. But yeah, visual sound effects, I have this off right now, but if you're a competitive player, definitely turn these on. They're super helpful. Scrolling down, and nothing else really important here, but moving on into the communication tab, and this is just my mic settings, so yeah, you could copy whatever you want from here as well. Scrolling into the game settings, and there's some pretty important settings here, especially that you want to have off. So auto run lock zone, turn these off. Double tap to auto run, definitely off as well. Toggle sprint, have that on. Auto open doors, make sure that's on. Mantle activation, hold jump. Hurdle activation, hold forward. Into the combat settings, hold to swap pickup, have that on. Toggle targeting, definitely have this off. Mark danger when targeting, have it on. Auto pickup weapons, have it off. And preferred item slots, you can configure that. I don't, but what I do have is auto sort consumables to the right. Make sure that's on. And now into the building tab, definitely the most important tab in here with two new settings, simple edit and tap to simple edit, which I've actually turned on now. I love simple edit, so I'm going to be using it. Make sure auto confirm edits is set to both, and turbo building, you want this on as well. I have disable pre-edit option on and reset building choice also on. So make sure all these are set to the right. And if you don't like simple edit, then I'm not sure if you want to have this setting on, but it took me a while to get used to it, and now I'm actually loving it. So yeah, I'm going to keep this on for sure. And now for the rest of the settings, you could just have most of these off, especially NVIDIA highlights and peripheral lighting, have these both off. Tap to search, you want that on, and the FOVs, have these both to the max. And then for the rest of the settings like replays, have these all off. Energy saving, never. And then most of these you just want off. Rocket racing doesn't really matter, so we're gonna skip over that. Into the game UI. For reticle, have that on. Reticle ammo indicator, make sure that's off. Show spread first person, that's the new setting. I have these both on. Damage numbers to cumulative, definitely have that to that right now. Reticle damage feedback off, and damage numbers to 125. The HUD scale 75%, and then the rest of the settings you could copy whatever you want from here. Into the touch in motion settings, make sure these are all off. And for the new setting, I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this to the lowest it could go. But yeah, everything else you want off, especially in the keyboard settings. Make sure everything is to the lowest it could go. Yeah, so just make sure everything's off in here as well in the keyboard settings. Skipping over the keyboard binds though, into the controller settings, and yeah, we're to get into my linear settings first, and then we're to get into the best expo settings for the OG season, and both of these work great. So let's get into my settings first. Starting off in controller auto run, you want this off. Build immediately builder pro, make sure this is on. Edit hold time to the lowest, slide hold time to the highest. And then all the rest of the settings don't really matter, but make sure show diamond delay, make sure this is disabled. toggle behavior, previously equipped item, I have that too. Instant toggle off, button group to both. And then into the sensitivity though, I've actually changed this up quite a bit, but it works great. So make sure use advanced options. You turn that off if you want to change these two settings. I have it on 7, 4, and then turn these back on. And yeah, that's how you change those. But for the build mode, 2.0, edit mode, 2.0, keeping those the same. And the first person mode, which is the new setting, if you play ballistic, I have this on 0.95 and it worked really well for me. Scrolling into the sensitivity, the look horizontal speed on 32 and the look vertical speed on 32, and then 2.2 boost with no boost ramp time, instant boost when building, make sure this is off for the OG season, and then for the ADS 911 with no boost ramp time, and then the scope speed multiplier on 0.81. This is definitely the best setting to use, and I'll show a tracking clip right now on screen, and they work so good. Yeah, so after applying all of those, make sure look dampening time is on 0.06. I've been using this for a while and I absolutely love it. It just makes the sensitivity a bit slower so you can hit those far range shots. With the look input curve on linear and the precision aim assist strength to 100 and the tracking to 100 as well. Make sure those are both on 100 and the dead zones 14.6. But wait, stay till the end and I'll show you the best expo settings. Now getting into my binds, and these are my non-claw binds. Just make sure if you're on PC, have this to generic, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna have it on PlayStation 5 because I am on the DualSense Edge PS5 controller. But yeah, here's my binds. Okay, and now for the best exponential settings, and these settings are aimbot. They might even work better than the linear settings. If you're used to exponential, these settings work great. But before we get into my settings, my build fight and my aim trainer I use to practice all the time. My aim trainer is the best for practicing aim, and that's how honestly I get such good aim. Mixed with my settings, of course. And then my build fight, if you want to practice, we update it regularly. Yeah, I'll leave both the map codes on screen right now. But now getting into my settings, and these are the best exponential settings, and they work also insane. So look sensitivity, keeping it the same, and the ADS as well. But then the build and edit 2.4 and then 2.2 for the build. For first person, I keep that on the same 95 with my look horizontal speed on 43 and my look vertical speed on 46. No boost ramp time, instant boost when building. Make sure to keep that off. And then ADS 1515 with 1 boost, and then the boost ramp time also off for this, the scope speed multiplier on 1x, and the advanced sensitivity for look dampening time 0.11, obviously on exponential, with the aim assist on 100 and the tracking aim assist on 100. And then for the controller dead zones 12 and 10. But now let's get into some gameplay in Fortnite OG on the settings. Bro, that's aimbot. Holy, that was a good shot. That was such a good shot. Let's go. Let's go! Simple edit is so good. I actually love it. Like, so easy and so quick. That's why you use these settings, though. Let's go.